Hello, I am Jennifer Wandersleben, and I'm a regional CEO with AdventHealth.
All right. So this sign over my shoulder here says "You can't do it alone," which is the title of this interview series because we're talking about mentors, especially mentorship in healthcare. I wonder for you what you see as good qualities for a mentor to have.
I think a good mentor is somebody who really is looking out for you and wants your success and is comfortable giving direct feedback.
Direct meaning maybe hard to hear feedback.
Yes, both positive and negative. But if you only hear the positive, then you cannot learn and grow. So somebody who's comfortable with sharing what a potential gap is, and then it's helpful if they can also give you counsel on how to close that gap.
What's your experience been like with mentorship? I mean, are you real intentional about finding mentors? Is it more, kind of when you look back, you realize someone was a mentor, that kind of thing?
I've been fortunate in my career to have bosses who have been both a boss and a mentor, and was very intentional with growing me in the company. And I can remember one specifically early on who said, "I am now part of his university," and he goes, "And this is what we're going to learn." And I love that because he helped shape where he thought I needed to grow. And then I think what I really loved is that he would give me these lessons of the day, and I was just soaking it up like a sponge.
What would be like a lesson of the day?
Like for an example, I need you to stay above the fray. Like stay above the trees. Don't be in the woods where you can't see from a higher level view, or don't make a decision that kills a patient. I mean, and I said, "What? I'm not a caregiver." He said, "Yes, but you make business decisions that definitely have impacts on your patient. So don't ever make a decision that could kill a patient." That's pretty heavy, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I can see why you'd be a little taken aback by that. It sounds like this mentor would know that he was a mentor, that it was a pretty formal kind of thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And I really appreciated that. And then I've had other bosses slash mentors along the way that would give me little nuggets that I would hang on to. Not necessarily a formal mentor, but important things like as a female leader, for an example, a lady by the name of Marla, she would say, "Don't be shy to sit at the table. There's when you first come in and there's only 40 seats, most of them are in the back row. As a female, sit at the table. Be known. Get there and speak up early in the conversation." And I just really appreciated her taking me under her wing.
You sound like you have these little pearls of wisdom right there ready because you think of them often. I wonder if you found yourself passing those along as a mentor. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, anytime I have an opportunity whether someone seeks it out from me, or if I just happen to have a coffee break with somebody and they share something that's on their mind, I can definitely dig into my a portfolio of tips that I've been given along the way.
Well, tell me about that. What does I don't know what your mentorship relationship is like, you as the mentor, but I wonder what you find that you get out of being a mentor.
It's good to pause and be reminded of some of those important nuggets of wisdom were in the past. So I appreciate being reminded of it, but it's also really fun to watch somebody learn and grow. I've had the opportunity to mentor what we call residents. We have young people out of college that will join our company, and they'll be in a residency track for finance or marketing or management. And we assign mentors to each of those residents. And I've had a chance to mentor several of them along the way. And it's a joy. They write it down. Then they'll come back the next time and share how they use that information. And it's just a real joy to see that.
So you're saying that while it's helpful to kind of hear the lessons come out of your mouth one more time, but that you also get to sort of see the growth.
Absolutely. It's still relevant.
I wonder if you've seen, in prepping for this, I listened to some mentorship podcasts, and one of them was sort of trying to do some myth busting about mentorship, and one of them was that the most successful person, that's who you're looking for to be your mentor. And their point was like, hey, they may not actually be a good mentor. And I wonder if you've seen any ways that, mentorship may be misunderstood by some people about how it works well.
Yeah, I've even heard try to pick a mentor that might be your next boss, right? So that they can choose you, and that's not necessarily the case either. Because if you're really after authentic mentoring, then you're going to look for somebody that can help fill those, that have the strengths that maybe you lack. And so it really depends on your purpose as a mentee, what you're trying to get, what you're trying to go after.
You were talking about most of your mentors being folks who essentially were your boss. I wonder if there's a point where you realize, oh, this isn't just a boss-employee relationship,
Yeah, I know that they really cared about me as a person.
Yeah. How do they show that?
Well, I think showing both the positive and the negative, like they're taking the time. They don't have to take the time to point it out. So the fact that they would actually take the time and try to grow me, but beyond that, they know who I was. They know what I care about, what my hot buttons are, and so they cared about me as a whole person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had folks today talk a little bit about maybe the humility that a mentor, like if they're really being your mentor, that this isn't just good for them somehow, or that kind of thing, which makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely.
I wonder what you would say. Some people are very good about being intentional, locating a mentor, kind of driving the relationship. I'm not one of those people, but folks are. And I think there are also folks who maybe just don't see the need. Like they don't seek out counsel from folks who could be helpful. I wonder what you might say to folks who feel like they can go it alone. They've made it this far.
Sure, you could go at it alone, but you probably won't grow as much as if you do surround yourself with mentors and being intentional about that. Taking time to grow yourself helps your company, or helps that in the healthcare, right? So it ultimately helps your patient. That is something that people should take very seriously. So I think it's important to seek out, whether it's a mentor or like an executive coach, somebody who is going to help you grow and contribute and be more valuable.
Well, Jennifer Wandersleben, Regional CEO with AdventHealth, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Wellvana is more than just a smart tech platform. We're a high-touch partner who shoulders the burden of moving physicians, health systems, and payers to value-based care, because you can't do it alone. See what life-changing could look like for you at wellvana.com. Your patients will thank you.